action.
Let's go.
Welcome to Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR. It's DNVR Buffs primetime on a Mustache Wednesday.
Mustache Wednesday. We'll shortly be joined by the king of mustaches.
Yep.
To give us some tips. But, I guess you guys can't see.
Can't see it yet.
Jake, how do you feel about your mustache?
I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it?
I'm just okay. I gave out a rating on my video. I was around like a 5 out of 10, I think.
I will say that I was less disappointed in the way I looked than I thought I would be.
You look country as hell, bro.
I actually considered putting on my cowboy hat, but I felt like it would distract from the main event. So I was like, yeah, I'll stick with just the stash today.
The next summer country concert you go to, you gotta keep that, man.
I'm going to Zach Bryan in like a week.
That's your fit right there.
I'm like, do I need to keep it rolling until then?
Probably.
Anyone in the comments talking about the fact that our faces are blurred?
Let's see.
Oh, they still can't see
not
us.
Yet. Not yet.
Did I hear Charlie call in?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Charlie's here. Do we do a great reveal then?
Well, let's do it with Charlie. Like he can see with everyone.
Okay. All right, let's bring in Charlie.
Charlie Offerdahl, original Buffalo.
OB, man.
Fan favorite.
Yep. And the best mustache in Colorado?
I mean, it's definitely not you or I.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay, we're still getting Charlie set up. Shout out to Neely, by the way, who helped us organize this. Legend.
Unk the GOAT. Just hanging out with Warren Sapp this morning.
Yeah. We get some great texts from Unk of just like what he and Warren Sapp are talking about.
I know. We got some insights into Coach Pollock's All Georgia team also.
Yep.
With that picture.
The Oso Blanco said this is terrifying. If you think it's terrifying for you, imagine me standing in the mirror with a beard shaver in my hand this morning.
Okay. We are ready.
We're ready. Here we go.
There he is.
Charlie, what's
Charlie,
up?
What's going on, dude?
What's going on? How are you guys doing?
Good. What do you think of our mustaches?
Oh my goodness. That is awesome. That is awesome.
So the backstory here is that I'm playing in a golf tournament. Oh God, I don't know if I like the close up. I'm playing in a golf tournament with 24 of my friends from high school this weekend. We all went to Fairview, and they just decided to make a rule this year: mustaches only. So this is what I'm bringing to the table. And I've always wanted to say this. I must ask you a question.
Oh my God.
When did you become a mustache guy?
Probably about 2 years ago, really. I think right before Coach Prime came, and then obviously he liked it. So, and man, you guys look amazing. Look at that. Look at that.
We don't, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. We got to ask you. What were you saying?
I said I love the little hang down right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jake said I look country as hell, which I think I agree with.
I think you need a little guitar right there.
I'll strum it up. You want to jam with me? I feel like you can play too.
I'm actually learning right now, but I am terrible.
All right. Well, we'll jam a song together. I told you look like the lead singer in the movie Almost Famous.
I don't think I've seen that.
I'll have to send it to you.
You're dating yourself, bro.
It's a dead ringer.
All right. Well, Charlie, we got to ask, man. We got these mustaches. Do you have any mustache tips, bro? How do we get a mustache that even gets close to yours?
I'd say your guys' is better. Mine is pretty rough right now. Got to clean it up, the sides and everything. But man,
yours is so full.
Just letting it flow.
Do you have any care tips? Do you like to wax it or condition it or anything like that, or is this just all natural?
I'll put some shampoo in it from time to time so it doesn't You know the flavor saver, am I right?
Exactly.
Let's go, man. So, do you think you have the best mustache on the team, and who would be your closest competition?
You know, I do like a good mustache. I think one of our GAs, Isaac, he has a pretty good mustache going.
Ooh.
Yep.
All right.
Who on the team do you think doesn't have a mustache but should?
Shador.
Oh, let's go. Actually, we'll have to show you because a little later in the show, we photoshopped mustaches onto several players and other people in the program. So you'll be able to see what Shador looks like with a mustache.
Oh my gosh, I'd love to see that. I'd love it.
All right. Do you have any more mustache questions?
I think I'm out of mustache questions,
good?
but I do have some other questions for Charlie.
Yes, so do I. Charlie, obviously hurt for the spring game. Just how are you feeling right now? Where you at? How's everything going?
You know, feeling great. You know, it sucks because that was my second spring game in a row that I was out. I had some like internal organ damage from one of the scrimmages, but doing a lot better and, you know, running, lifting with the team. You know, we're all grinding out there. It's going great.
That's awesome, man. Take us through just that day, what that was like for you, finally finding out that you were put on scholarship.
Yeah, I mean, because I had heard rumors that there was going to be like a spring player of the year type of thing. And so that's why they wanted my parents in the locker room. So I was like, okay, you know, this is kind of weird. I don't know why they bring my parents for this. But, you know, as soon as I saw them, Coach Prime brought us all up. And it was just so special. I couldn't stop crying the whole game, you know, after with my family at dinner. Just too emotional. It's such a blessing.
Just if I could peel one more layer back, like why was it so emotional for you? Why did it hit you in that way?
All the hard work put in, you know, constant or many years of belief in myself after all that's happened, you know, not only for me, but for the university as a whole, you know, I always say that I bleed black and gold and that home is where the Buffalo roam. And, you know, I love it here being a Buff, being from Colorado. It's just all a blessing. I'm just so grateful.
Hell yeah.
Charlie, you know, Coach Prime put the OB on your shirt, and all the guys who have been there since before he got there. Just can you describe that brotherhood between you guys who have been at CU before Coach Prime got there and what you guys have all been through?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, that OB, me, Coach Prime, and Camden Dempsey were actually talking about it in one of his vans on the way up to a leadership retreat. And, you know, obviously it stands for Original Buffs, but man, that brotherhood is something special. You know, all of us who've been here before Coach Prime, you know, we've been through it all. You know, that 1-11 season was something, to say the least. But you know, just being with those guys and creating that bond with all the other new guys it's on its way, and we're gonna win.
You are a football player. Like that's what you do. You love playing football. That means you want to get out there. How do you feel like that is on track for you? That's in the cards for you this year to get out there and get some carries?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm looking to make a difference on the field in any way I can. You know, wherever they want me, I'm there. And, you know, the dream is scoring a touchdown in Folsom, you know, keeping that ball and framing it. So that's the goal.
Hell yeah.
Let's go, man. You know, we've heard a lot about, and we've seen really, you guys have seemed to bond really tightly this offseason. Again, you've been there a minute. Just how would you describe the level of team bonding this offseason compared to previous years you've been there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been rough. I mean, actually, I wouldn't say it's been rough. I'd just say it's been different just because of how much turnover there's been, how many new guys. You know, you got a whole new team when Coach Prime showed up, and now we got, I think, about like 30 new guys. And so obviously it's different. And doing these things, you know, with the team, doing the, I don't know if you guys saw, but the Marines and the Navy SEAL training in the pools, you know, it was tough, but it was good. And I just got to say, you guys' mustaches. Those are awesome. Those are awesome.
I'm reading the comments right now. This might be the greatest day in comment section history.
Yes, this is elite.
Someone said, yeah. Someone said RK looks like he's about to have a shootout at the OK Corral, and I almost lost it.
That was awesome. Yeah.
All right, man. Do you have anything else?
Last thing for me, with the way the transfer portal is these days, it's like, it wouldn't be hard, I don't think, for you to look somewhere else. Maybe that would consider you their starter, their running back one. But you stuck through all of this. Obviously, you're a Colorado kid. You've played at Colorado. Why does it mean so much to you to stay here and put on the black and gold?
My family is my biggest thing. Believing in myself every day. Coach Prime and where he's going with this university. I believe in him, and being here is just such a blessing. Putting on the black and gold, running out in front of those fans, running behind Ralphie. It's a tradition, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the inspiration.
Thanks,
even
Charlie.
though your stash puts ours to shame, I actually realized that I made a huge mistake. We made a huge mistake by having you on, because it's like the opposite effect. Like, ours look worse because they're next to Charlie's.
Yes.
So that was probably a huge mistake. But I'm calling this right now. Charlie Offerdahl touchdown against Colorado State.
Ooh, I love it.
Put me down for it.
Yeah, I would love that, because they skipped over me quite a bit in recruiting, so I'd just love to stick it to them.
Love that. And then when you get it, can we get a mustache themed touchdown celebration? Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
there you go.
That is what we need.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Obviously I got to give the glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, but I'll hit that mustache.
All right. Yeah.
Let's go, Charlie. All right. Thanks, Charlie. Thank you, Unc. Appreciate you guys for hopping on the show today. Thanks,
And I
Unc.
appreciate you guys. You guys are some legends.
You too, man.
You too, Charlie. We'll talk soon, brother.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
y'all look like detectives on a stakeout.
We're on the case, baby.
That was awesome.
All right. See you guys. Thank you.
That's great.
Oh,
Thank you.
My biggest fears have been confirmed.
Why?
The last thing I ever want to look like is a cop.
That is fair.
And I just knew it. I said, I got to stay 5 miles away from the nearest pair of aviators. And it just didn't help me. There was nothing I could do. And, that's I guess, the way the cookie crumbles.
The comments are just elite today.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
man.
should probably highlight some of the best ones. They were so good. Shout out to Charlie.
Yeah.
I think us having the mustaches really, calmed him.
Yeah.
It eased him in. It brought
For
him into the
sure.
show in a way that I haven't seen from him before. I feel like, now that he was just dominating us in the facial hair category,
Yep.
it made him more comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah. I think he knows the mustache power that he has, though.
Yep. I think the most on point one for you, because I said it before the show and I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but I was like, you're giving off Italian vibes. And someone in the comments said you look like Luigi. And I can see that if it was black.
Well, I would take Luigi over Mario, so I'll take that as a compliment.
Really?
He's green.
Okay. Yeah, better than red.
Yes.
Not by much though. What about Waluigi? Doesn't he have his is kind of like lightning bolts, isn't it?
Yeah, his is a bit longer. Okay, so I messed up because I trimmed everything on Monday, and then I came in for the show, and then you're like, oh, we're doing mustaches, and I was like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
It would look way better if I didn't trim it earlier in the week, though.
Oh, so you had the more length.
Yeah.
I've been really trying for the length. The problem is I just don't have the right my mustache hair isn't coarse enough to have that good strong mustache,
Right. Yeah.
My beard hair is, but it does for some reason doesn't translate to the mustache.
RK from getting busted at house parties to busting house parties.
I will say this isn't. Well, it could end up being very similar. This isn't my final product here.
Okay.
I am going to the barber after this. Gonna just take his advice after he gets done laughing at me.
So you need to send us a picture of the finished product then,
All right,
so that we can show that.
I'll send you a picture from the tournament this weekend.
Okay.
With
Yes.
all of the barn boys out there with their stashes. Shout out to the boys. I put it in our group chat today. I said tune in for mustache tips. So I'm sure some of them are watching. We'll see you soon.
I guess we need a little shampoo in our mustache. That's what Charlie said.
You gotta clean, keep it clean.
Talking Buff says RK looks like a 70s substitute teacher.
Damn.
I
Look like a
install
villain
motors
in
for
a
fun.
kung fu movie. I needed a little bit more length. Goose Gossage. That's actually a compliment. You know who Goose Gossage is?
No. Who is that?
Legendary relief pitcher.
I'm looking it up right now. Oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely see it.
I think he was a reliever. There's also Raleigh Fingers. He had a great mustache.
It's a Colorado kid, too.
Goose?
Yeah. Colorado
yeah.
Springs.
I think I have his autograph from a John Elway celebrity golf tournament.
Well, now you've got another common thread between you two. All right.
Also, what an interesting thing. First thing Allie said when I took it down was, "Oh my God, you look so much younger." Mm-hmm. Then some people are saying older in the comments. Some people are saying younger in the comments. What a weird... It doesn't seem like a thing that could give two different perspectives. Like, I don't know.
You're getting some Paul Blart comparisons, too.
That one's mean.
That's kind of
actually
low.
mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on this thing right now.
I don't, like, age-wise, I don't think you changed at all.
Okay.
What about you? Do you think I look older or younger?
I'd definitely say younger.
Okay. I like that better.
All right, we got some more mustache content on the way, actually. But first, shout out to our friends at Vestibule. New first-of-its-kind investment app where fans can invest in an athlete's career, and you can get paid a portion of the athlete's income throughout it for doing so. The first athlete they have partnered with is the Denver Broncos edge rusher Baron Browning. He's one of the most explosive and dominant young pass rushers in the league. His rookie contract is up after this season. He could be in for a massive payday. And if you sign up at Vestibule and get in on Baron's IPO, you could also cash in alongside with him. His IPO is live right now. Shares are available for purchase, but they are limited. So go download that Vestibule app now and invest. You can scan that QR code on the screen as well. Is Baron a mustache guy? Do you know?
I doubt it. I doubt it. Also, shout out to Toyota, the best cars on the road. And if you drive your Toyota, you can actually set it in cruise control so you go the speed limit so you don't get pulled over by someone who looks like me right now.
Yep.
Toyota, the best in the business when it comes to cars. Absolutely love my Toyota, every single thing about it. I'll be sad that I'm actually, I won't have it this weekend. I'm going to be separated from my beautiful Toyota for the next few days. But I think I'm actually riding up it in a different Toyota. So I'll know I'll be safe on the road.
Go.
Again, shout out to Toyota. Make sure you visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics and the official vehicle of DNVR. Also, shout out to Manscaped.
Yes.
That's what I use to
There you go.
to trim this up.
Shout out Manscaped. Heaven's Demon had a comment. If you could scroll up, Alyssa. RK looking like he shows everyone his lawnmower.
Oh, man.
Oh, the Toyota chat's just on fire today, man. We do have more mustache content, as I said.
I can't decide if I regret doing this before the show or not. Some of these comments are hitting me hard.
It's just temporary, bro. We'll be okay.
It's true.
We'll be okay. I can't with these comments. I can't read them and do this.
What was the one that you just saw?
Jake is about to join Globo Gym and grab life by the balls.
That's so good.
Oh my god. All right. Do we want the video first? Or do we want the team's
Yeah,
mustaches?
so Jake and I were talking. We're like, oh, we should make a funny video of us shaving. He understood the assignment, got it right.
Thank you.
I pressed record to start recording me shaving. And must have just double tapped it. So my video was 0.1 seconds long. And, it still like stays on that screen, so I didn't notice. And I didn't have it, so Jake went solo. What the fuck? Jake went solo on making the video.
Oh my God.
So let's see Jake's transformation.
All right, we're here in my bathroom. Gonna go down to mustache. Real quick, Austin, if I go handlebars, how do we look?
Decent.
How about mustache?
Looks pretty good.
All right, we'll find out. Stay tuned. All right, this is handlebars mode. I give it a 1.5 out of 10. What do you give it?
Oh man, I'd say solid 3 or 4.
All right, down to the mustache. Mustache mode. I don't know. 4 out of 10. Gives off like minimum wage KFC worker vibes. What do you think?
I'd say it's not bad. So I'd give it a 6.5.
All right, see what you think.
I don't know if there's ever been less energy in a video, and it makes it so much better.
I wasn't exactly excited about it, so.
Yeah. By the way, you just did this on your own.
Did what?
Like, I had to do this.
Yeah.
You were just saying you weren't excited about it, but like you volunteered for it, which I really appreciate.
For the content, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
content's good.
Come
Content's
on.
good. Wow, that was funny. I would have stayed handlebars mode if I were you. I liked handlebars mode.
I thought about it. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan.
I thought about it too, but like I said, like there's a very clear distinction between where my mustache ends and my beard begins. So it like looked weird, it was like two-tone.
Yeah.
So I had to just take it down to the stash.
What do you think, bro?
It's gonna take a little bit.
I hope you never get used to it because it won't be around for long.
100%.
All right.
All right,
I'll
we
take
got we even got more mustache content. I've only seen a few of these. You haven't seen either of these.
I haven't seen any of these.
So start us off, Alyssa. Where are we at?
Here we go. Buffs with mustaches. Shout out to it was Yaya who made these.
Yaya made these. Shout out producer Yaya.
All right.
There's Shador. That
Dang.
come on.
That ain't bad.
Charlie said Shador should have one.
Yep.
Shador could definitely rock one.
That makes him look way older.
It does.
Yeah. I rock with that. By the way, that's a pretty decent like. Oh, does he already have that?
I think he might have just
and
like
then he
edited
just took
away.
the beard
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. It's a good look.
All right, Shador is. I mean, that's closest to Charlie as I've ever seen. 9 out of 10, I say.
All right. What do we got next?
Travis.
That's awesome. Travis is giving like game show host.
Yes. It's almost like a Steve Harvey-esque.
Yeah. I love that one. That's hilarious.
Not as good as Shador. 7 out of 10. There's Shiloh. He's got the curled handlebars
Dang,
going.
honestly, Yaya kind of did him dirty with that one.
Yeah. Not as good. 5 out of 10. There's Trevor.
Okay. I think
Trevor?
I'm voting Trevor as should be the next one to join the mustache gang.
He could rock one for sure, man. That'd be like for a safety linebacker, that's a menacing look right there.
Yes.
There's Jordan.
Oh, jeez. that style ages Jordan Seaton like 15
It
years.
does, yeah. Jordan could rock one too. I see it though.
Maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's why people are saying it makes me look older because it's something about below the lip line,
Yeah.
For some reason that gives off old man vibes.
Who else do we got? There's Pat Shermer.
Oh wow. Why didn't he give? Why isn't it gray?
You have to ask Yaya that one. I
Like,
don't know.
Pat Shurmur decided to grow a mustache and then use just for men only on the mustache and not on his hair.
There's Rick George.
Oh,
wow. That's a man who's going to win any negotiation right there.
Yeah, that is menacing.
Yeah.
It kind of makes him look. He actually looks the most like an old school baseball pitcher.
Yeah, definitely. Rick could rock one. 8 out of 10 for me. Cam in the comments says Pat Shurmur looks like Steve Martin.
And then there's Charlie.
There's
Man,
Charlie. That's the GOAT.
what an absolute stallion.
He's got the hair flowing and everything you see.
Yep.
Yeah,
The hair stash combo is what really
Yep.
brings it all together.
Yeah.
You
got the whole look
got to
figured
see
out.
though have I showed you the lead singer in that movie?
No, but I do want to see it. Oh, there's Coach.
Oh, I like that actually.
Coach just rocks any look, obviously.
Yep.
And then, is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. There you go. Let us know in the comments in the Toyota chat which your favorite mustache. Which of those was your favorite mustache? Could have been one of ours, actually.
No.
Did you put a poll up in the comments, Alyssa?
Oh, yeah, I need to do that.
So, vote in the comments between me and RK. Who's got the better mustache?
Is that not Charlie?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is.
Well, great movie, by the way. Almost Famous.
So that's mustache content.
I think we're out.
How do you feel now that we've unpacked it all?
I don't know. I felt like I looked better in the mirror than I do on camera.
Yeah.
They say camera adds 10 pounds.
Yeah, that's true. Someone in the comments says Leon Sandcastle. How could we forget? Coach did already have a mustache. Yes. When he was Leon Sandcastle.
Yes.
All right.
That's probably why it looks normal.
Coach Prime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we've seen that before.
Yeah, we've seen it. All right. We will actually talk about the Buffs today, too. We'll talk about Jaden O'Neal. We'll talk about JuJu. And then a dramatic shift in CFP odds. But first, shout out to our wonderful friends over at Bet365. Sign up with the code DNVR365, and you can get a bet or get the bet and get offer. Just place a bet of $5 or more, and you'll get $150 in bonus bets instantly, no matter if your bet wins or loses. It's a great way to get your bankroll started. Are you a baseball bettor at all? Have I asked you this question before?
I'm not. It doesn't. It's just too hard for me. I don't know. I just don't think I know the league as well as we obviously know college football. We obviously know the NFL.
Right.
I follow NBA pretty closely. Hockey, I just bet on the Avs.
Mm-hmm.
But since the Rockies are a joke, I don't bet much on baseball.
Yeah, they're a mess. But you can get in on some juicy futures over there at Bet365. Also, you must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Shout out Bet365.
Wayne, you take that back right now, or I will have Alyssa ban you. That's unacceptable.
That is a bannable offense right there.
Yep.
You got to be careful, Wayne.
Yep, that ain't right.
Game time.
Shout out to Game Time. I used Game Time with hours ago.
For what?
I went to the Rockies game last night.
Oh, yikes.
Took my future groomsmen out to the Rockies game.
Nice.
And had a hell of a time.
Mm-hmm.
And man, great seats. Waited till the last minute. Got great seats for the five of us. $64.
Wow.
Yep.
There you
Obviously,
go.
the Rockies played their role in that a little bit,
Yes.
but Game Time also the best place to get your tickets at the last minute. I never even opened another app. That's because I think it's also because I'm just like brand loyal, but I don't even have any of the other ticket apps. I just love the Game Time interface.
Mm-hmm.
I love the all-in pricing. I love it. So shout out to Game Time. The absolute best. Low prices guaranteed.
Sign up with the promo code BUFFS. Download the Game Time app, create an account. Use that code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Wayne apologized.
Thank you, Wayne. You're forgiven. Kind of. Louise keeps saying, have your barber shave the rest of it off. That's that defeats the entire purpose. I have to have it for at least the weekend.
You got to keep it.
And then we'll figure out next moves after that.
I am shaving this off. I think I got to get a haircut too. So
I'm getting a haircut as well. Hopefully it helps with the cop vibes. I don't mind the like country vibes because that was the first thought I had.
That was my immediate thought.
Yeah, it's why I like went and just grabbed the cowboy hat to see how that would work. But it's I don't know. It's maybe it is a little more. I definitely feel it's more rednecky. Like I probably should have worn like a cutoff button down.
Yeah.
On this show.
Yeah.
I think that would have fit it.
All right. Let's talk about the Buffs. This came out today and it made a lot of people mad. But there's been a dramatic shift in Colorado's odds to win the college football playoff. They were plus 20,000 to win it. It has now moved to plus 12,500. Nearly cut in half. Also, 4.5% of bets are on Colorado to win the championship. That is the fourth most. Your read on this?
Why the odds shifted?
Yes.
They did some research.
So they're just doing their jobs now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but hey, hopefully you got in on it when it was plus 20,000. It's got to be impossible to stay on top of this stuff. For every team, every transfer, like that would be a full-time job for one person just for the sports book.
Yeah.
So it just takes them a little bit to update things, and I assume that they have caught wind of the fact that Colorado upgraded their roster in almost every category. I don't know if they're like getting spring football reports about the offensive line, but they also understand that, two legitimate Heisman candidates are on the team, and if, the team around them is better, then good things could really happen. So I assume it's just essentially catching up.
It just feels like a weird time of year to do it. Because you could have done it when we were coming off all this momentum about a month ago out of the transfer portal. But I guess people do need time to actually do the legwork on this stuff. But it's still like not close to the tippy top, obviously. Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Oregon, all those teams are around, plus 1,500 or less. But a lot of people are memeing this, of course, because, they're saying throwing away your money, blah, blah, blah. I'd argue, though, this year, why not take all the long shots this year?
Yeah.
It's wide open.
It's the first time that there could be like an upset national champion.
Yeah.
Like, I guess TCU, when they were there, had they won that game, that would have been like a big story.
Yeah.
A Cinderella, I guess is the word I was looking for. It is going to be difficult, though. As we saw when TCU made it, to the championship game against Georgia, like when you're going up against these essentially NFL caliber lines and trenches, the talent gap grows very quickly. So it's possible that one of these like big teams gets upset, but I don't know if I'm quite with you on this, on the fact of like rolling the dice on a bunch of underdogs. I roll the dice on Colorado because that's just who I am. But I don't think like I would take I don't know who's another underdog.
I don't know. I mean, could you take K-State or like Utah or something too?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do someone in
Clemson.
our conference. Yeah, that's intriguing. I
Ole
think
Miss.
I think there's. I was talking about this. Actually, we talked about it yesterday about how a couple things in a season can make it seem like a team isn't what they are. And the reason I bring that up is because of Georgia. Georgia lost one game. Am I wrong? 2 games?
They were in the Sugar Bowl. They lost the SEC title game also, I think. Or no.
Didn't they lose the SEC title game and that's why they were out?
I think so, yeah. I'm checking it.
Okay. My point is Georgia is still that squad.
Oh, Georgia is loaded up again this year. So last season, looking at the schedule, if it'll ever load. Sorry.
What's going on?
I don't know. You have to ask GeorgiaDogs.com. It's giving me issues.
Honestly, Big G, that's probably the best one yet. I think that might be spot on. The Super Size Me guy. Did you
rest
see
in
that?
peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. I feel like that might be the closest to what I look like.
Okay, I've got it. Almost.
Bro, what is
Bro,
going
I am
on?
trying over here, dog. I promise.
Get a new laptop.
You're preaching to the choir. They went 13-1.
Okay, yeah, that's
They lost to Bama in the SEC title game. Yes,
bro. They went 13-1. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's this idea that like Georgia had a down year or something. They lost one game, and that kept them out of the playoff. And honestly, if they got into the playoff even with that loss, I might say they would have eventually been the national champions.
They probably would have.
So, yeah, I feel like there's a weird narrative out there that like Georgia is not, I don't know, is like taking a step back. And I don't even think they took a minor step back last year. They just caught a bad break in terms of the way that the rest of college football shook out.
I mean, they were dominant in 22. They had, 9 defenders that were first-round talents or something like that. So they had to kind of rebuild that way, but they did return a lot offensively. So they're going to be up there. I think they're the favorites. Them, Ohio State, Oregon. Who else? I think Alabama's up there as well. So JuJu Lewis. So the reason why I wanted to talk about him today, one, a lot of people have been saying, what if we don't get JuJu? What's the plan? Well, the plan is on to the next one, really. I think that's what it was because they were going after Bryce Underwood. He picked LSU. They immediately switched gears to someone else. That's just how this staff works. And you mentioned the portal, too.
I think if it's not JuJu, maybe they do bring in a young guy still, but I think the plan for next year would probably come through the portal. Mm-hmm. And Ryan Staub developed very well over the course of last season. We heard good things about him in the spring. And so that's also an option.
Yep. So today, I don't know if you saw this. This is probably a reach. I didn't read too much into it, honestly, but a lot of people were talking about it with JuJu. USC received a crystal ball prediction for 5-star quarterback Ryder Lyons. He's the 26th kid. They've got Miller Moss this year, he played in that bowl game to replace Caleb, who sat out for the draft.
I thought those were the things that fly in your door every time you open it in Colorado in the summer.
Miller Moss?
Yeah.
It might be. But 5-star quarterback Ryder Lyons, 26 kid, picks up a crystal ball to USC.
Okay.
Any read into that at all with JuJu?
Panic, full panic from USC.
It's over.
They're absolutely freaking out, and they are throwing in the throwing in the towel, waving the white flag.
Yes.
Not throwing in the white flag.
Ryder's older brother Walker is also on the team. He was a 5-star recruit at USC.
Okay.
So there's a link there.
Okay. All right.
Overall, you're unmoved though by it.
Overall, like I said, USC's packing it in. They've moved on.
And then the last thing with this, because we have a visitor today, and that is 2026 4-star quarterback Jaden O'Neal. He is in Boulder, visiting the campus with the coaches. He's from Harbor City, California. He's a 26 kid, but they're still trying to get a top-tier quarterback from the high school ranks.
Yep.
That seems to be plan 1A, 1B for me, honestly.
I mean, you would love to bring in a guy and be able to develop him, and be able to have, a whole arc, a whole story like you had with Shedeur. Obviously, that wasn't just for the Buffs; that's for Coach Prime. But Shedeur comes in as a freshman, balls out, and then you kind of build around him. I think that's the ideal thing, and it's the comfort zone, right? So you'd like to be able to bring in, let's just say it is JuJu Lewis, and then it's like you grow and you build around him, and you use his connections and the fact that people want to play with him, and you build up the next big era, the JuJu era.
Right.
Whether it's him or someone else, I think that's the ideal scenario. The nice thing, though, is that you're talking about the team that is probably the best portal team in the country.
Yep.
And there is those 1-year Dylan Gabriel-esque options out there every year. that I'm very, very confident Colorado would get a good one, especially after Shedeur goes out and throws 42 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 4,000 yards this year in this offense. It's going to be attractive to other quarterbacks.
The other thing I'd throw out there is we've seen even these 5-star kids who come into colleges, if it doesn't go their way the first year, they're not shy to enter the portal also.
Yep.
After 1 year. We saw multiple kids. Boise State picked up a former USC quarterback this cycle who didn't, obviously, because of JuJu at USC potentially, and then Miller Moss right now, who's going to be their starter. And it happened at Oregon as well.
Yep.
I can't remember the kid's name, but they had a 4-star kid ready to go. And then they brought in Gabriel. He said, all right, I'm out. Hit the portal.
Yeah.
So the portal could be flooded with quarterback options if this is how it keeps progressing with guys staying in college these extra years. You know, these Dylan Gabriels, I don't know who it would be this year. I guess Cam Rising, he's got another year too, but it's like these guys that never seem to leave, they create this log jam. So there's always going to be options, and I think that there's a lot of options out there that we don't even know of yet, that we wouldn't even know until they hit the portal too.
True. Totally true.
Last thing I'll add, just because this was interesting, Jaden O'Neal on his visit today, and then he receives a on-3 prediction from Steve Wiltfong to commit to Oklahoma while he's on his visit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's not encouraging.
Interesting, though.
Yeah.
Malachi Nelson, yeah, that's the guy who 5-star was at USC, then went to Boise State.
I just defeated Malachi Nelson in the NFC Championship game of the Madden League.
So he can ball.
He's sick in the Madden League.
Okay.
Got the Super Bowl today.
You got it. Oh, wait, it's
Yep.
scheduled for today.
Yep.
Okay. Is JuJu in the league yet?
No. I can't
Year
remember.
off?
No, he would be in this coming draft
That's crazy.
or the next draft.
All right, that's all I got.
I like the one that said I look like a 70s PE teacher who's also the football coach.
I love it. Barron says Jake and RK going to sell me a fake Rolex after the show.
Damn.
Oh, man.
All right.
Did you put a poll up?
Yes.
What's
How
it
is
at?
what are the poll results looking like? I'm nervous.
Jake 66%.
Wow.
34.
All right.
210 votes.
You're like I said when I first saw you, yours looks more natural. Like it doesn't feel like as far of a stray from your normal look.
Okay.
Where mine is a bit more shocking.
Well, when I shave it off, I want to hear which of the 3 looks are the best then. I want to know.
Okay. I'm still team handlebars.
Team handlebars. All right, to the Toyota chat we go. Alley 3, Jake and RK, are you taking the over or under for the NDSU game?
Oh, I don't know. What's the over?
I'm trying to check right now. The spread's what, 7.5? That's what it's been at, pretty consistent.
Yep.
I don't remember Colorado overs being necessarily high last year. Do you?
They hit. I mean, yeah, they were hitting early because I don't think people realized how good the offense was going to be.
Right.
And the defense struggled a bit.
We don't have an over under line yet.
Okay. So we're not taking either side.
I'll just throw out the over though.
Dave said, RK, what did your future wife say about this situation? She's like the most incredible, supportive, loving person ever. So she was 100% behind me. But she was like, honestly, not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
All right.
And then she said I look way younger. So I'll take it.
I don't think Allie would mince words about it anyways.
No. She if she thought I looked like an idiot, she would tell me that in a nice, caring, loving way. But I do think I wonder how it would look if I just take it up to here, make it more of a stash than like the whole like handlebars thing.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see what your barber does. Yeah. Louise says, is this the most dramatic thing you did for DNVR?
I didn't do this for DNVR. I actually was going to not do it for DNVR. Spare everyone. But the rules of the boys trip are the rules of the boys trip. And I couldn't be the Lone Ranger no pun intended, who decided to not participate.
I don't know if I'd call it the most dramatic thing I've done for DNVR. I guess it's up there, but
I'm trying to think of other dramatic things. I mean, I got in the Boulder Creek and interviewed Jim Levitt, the Buffs defensive coordinator at the time, and it was so fucking cold in there. That was pretty dramatic.
yeah, maybe we need more drama on the show then.
It's true.
Even more than there already is.
Dramatic things. I mean, yeah, no. I've definitely think I've done more dramatic things, even if this was for the company.
Talking Buffs with YC says Charlie making All-American team this year if you get enough carries. All-American Charlie?
I mean, he's not going to get enough carries. Not because of Charlie. I don't think anyone in the running back room is going to get enough carries to be an All-American unless someone just absolutely takes over the room. But
Right.
I think it's going to be very spread out. And I asked Charlie that question. I think Charlie is going to get carries. I've said it on this show.
He's going to, yeah.
I think he's going to get legitimate carries, but I don't think anyone's going to get, so many carries that, like the two guys at Ohio State,
Right, yeah. Or like an Ollie Gordon situation where he's like,
Yeah,
he's the guy.
that's a better case, yeah.
Jesse asked, what other 2025 quarterback is CU recruiting? They've offered a lot of them, but it's all on JuJu right now. What about Antwann Hill? They should go after him again. I think he committed somewhere else already.
He did, but we know he's flipped before.
He has. Let's see. He is committed to, or he's not committed to. He's committing in a month. I thought he was. Yeah, he's heavily linked to Florida right now. Just visited there as well. Officially, he's got a handful of officials coming up, but have not heard anything on the CU side. MSJ TV, when are Colorado versus UCF tickets going on sale? I do not know.
You have to ask the University of Central Florida about that.
Yep. Ryan Thompson asks, what happens in the college football world when CU wins 10-plus games? I don't even...
Meltdowns everywhere.
I can't even say what I think it would be because it's just going to be totally different if it even happens that way.
It's going to be ridiculous. First of all, the goalpost moving will be unbelievable.
Oh,
like
it'll
you've
be
never seen
crazy.
generational goalpost moving.
Yes.
It'll immediately be like, oh, they're not going to win the national championship or like whatever it may
Right.
be. Like I've said a million times, oh, they're only good because Coach Prime got lucky that Shador was going to be a number 1 overall pick. He'll never be able to succeed without him and
Right.
Travis Hunter. Like I said, generational, all-time goalpost moving will happen.
Yep.
But also the whining, and there'll be accusations that it's rigged for Colorado because they get so much attention that the NCAA wants them to win.
Course, yes.
I mean, it will be remarkable, and I will bask in it.
Yeah, it'll be unbelievable. I almost don't even want to think about it. I don't want to get too excited about it right now. But, jeez, yeah. Oh, the receipts. Oh, my God.
I'm literally putting to test. Like, I'm waiting for the day where I try to add a bookmark, and Twitter tells me, like, you've reached your max bookmarks.
Let's go. Whole fields will move if CU goes 10+, Stevie says.
Yeah, not even the goalpost, just the entire field will be moved.
Yeah. Go Bucks asks, can Boyd from Michigan State start on the O-line? He played all over the place, so he's got that versatility. He's a bigger guy. I think he'd fit in more naturally at tackle, I think. I don't think it'd be a surprise. I don't think he will start, though.
Yeah, I'm with you on every point.
Thig Pen King says, have you guys seen the film on Rayyan Buell, and what do you guys think?
Dog.
Yeah, I mean, he's a beast. I have not watched if you're talking about the Buffed in Prime breakdown, I have not watched that, but I've watched a little bit of Rayyan Buell.
The word I would use is relentless, which is such a great thing to have as a defensive lineman.
I will say on film, I've got a Dallin Hayden film room coming out tonight, I think.
All right. Dallin Hayden has a very unique build.
Yes. He gives this offense a lot, and I think he could open it up in a way that I'll go in depth on in this article.
All right.
Emmett asks, which players are you guys excited to see have a breakout season?
I mean, not just because he was on the show today, but I would love to see Charlie get out there and get carries and make the best of them. Like I've said before, that 1-11 team, Charlie was, I don't know, a top 3 offensive weapon. Mm-hmm. He was really fun to watch. So for him for sure. Breakout season. I know you would say Omarion Miller.
Yep, exactly.
Is that what you were thinking? Mm-hmm. Sorry for taking it
It's
from
all
you.
good.
And then don't tell him I said this, but Cam Slim and Craig.
I'd like to see one of these edge rushers blow up too.
Yeah.
Whether it's one of the Pitt guys, Deion Hayes, Sam Okunlola, or someone like Quincy Wiggins, or I was really encouraged by what I saw from Nikhil Webb-Walker in the spring game. So I'd love to see one of those. Micah, of course, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Or a tight end, like a Savell Smalls breakout. Could you imagine?
That would be sick.
King Tony asks, are you guys going to have a UCF package?
We did have one. It not as many. There was a huge gap between the amount of people that were signing up for Nebraska and signing up for UCF. So we just decided to focus on the Nebraska trip.
But we will be out there at UCF, and I imagine we'd have a get together of some sorts.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned. Baron asks or says, Joel Klatt said CU Nebraska will be a defining game for both programs. Thoughts? Absolutely, because everyone's saying, "Oh, Nebraska's could be 8-0 going into Ohio State or whatever it is," and it's like, well, you got to get through Colorado first. Like
the Nebraska shit. I mean, I've told you this. I've dealt with this my whole life.
Yeah.
They could have gone 0-12 last year, and some dumbass somewhere would be saying that they're a low-key contender for the college football playoff.
Yep.
Like, that was a real thing that someone said.
It makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah. So I don't know. They're just getting so much credit. I think they're not going to be good. So I don't think that's defining.
I mean, the defense has to carry over what they were last year, for one. 2, Raiola's got to be like, forget being a phenom. Like, if he is, then he is. But he's got to show he could play at the level first.
Yep.
That's what we'll learn week 1.
You're talking about the defense that Colorado put 36 points on without even having a good game?
Yep.
Remember, they kind of like struggled to get it going in that game.
And then Shador picked them apart because he figured out what was going on.
Yep.
I think it's a massive game for CU, though, too, because as we talked about on Monday with the FPI stuff and the 3 most important games on the schedule, those are all road games. So go prove you can win on the road early in a hostile, probably the most hostile environment you face all season, and that could set the tone.
Yep.
Super chats. Jermaine says, Arcade looks like that campus cop that breaks up the keg parties and then takes the kegs to a party and gets drunk.
Could be worse.
Could be
worse.
Talking Buffs with YC at the super chat. Thank you for the questions in the super chat today, man. Big Beats Franklin says, y'all my guys, but dog, don't do this shit again.
You don't got to worry about that, except for maybe next year around this time. I don't know how this is gonna go over this year.
We'll see.
Maybe I can try to talk them into everyone has to have a full beard next year.
There you go. Big Beats Franklin again says, next time use Bucky's barber, LOL.
Well, I just did it myself, but I trust my barber to the max.
Chairman A says, with the black hat on, Jake looks like Mario from Luigi, and RK looking like a sheriff, just missing the hat and badge, bud.
So tough. At least, I don't know. I'm giving off some sort of I don't know. I just need to go listen to some Garth Brooks, all right?
There you go. Yeah, you got to channel the mustache, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the windows down in my car, turn on some Garth Brooks, blast it, put my arm out the window.
Yeah, I feel like I got to like grill something or mow a lawn later today. Talking Buffs with YC again says, can we have 3 receivers hit 1K this year? Go Buffs. I think it's possible. I think it'd be difficult though, because Shador spreads the ball around a lot.
I think you're more likely to have like 5 over 750.
Right. Yes. I agree. What did that message say at the bottom? Have you ever guys thought about doing a call-in show?
What is that? Oh, like where we take callers. We actually haven't.
I've wanted to do a mailbag show.
That's essentially what we do in the 4th segment of every day.
I know. But like, I don't know, just like more, like turn the questions into like more talking point segment-ish type thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be cool to do a call-in show. We'd probably just have to figure out the software and how we want to do that.
Well, there's like ways you can like have people call a number and leave a voicemail and stuff. And then you
Yeah,
can play
we
it,
actually
right?
did used to do that on the Broncos show. Were you listening all the way back then?
I think so.
That's when like Timmy from Sweden, who's actually the commissioner of the Madden League, like became Timmy from Sweden. And we were like, what is that accent?
Yeah.
There's like Australians that called in. It was awesome.
Maybe we set that up. Oh, Lord.
Jeez.
All right. This was fun. It's going away tomorrow for me, though. I'm sorry.
I appreciate you, man.
I got you, bro.
I needed this like emotional support.
I got you.
Someone upstairs said it's giving the like the person who has to like get their head shaved because of like, you know, chemo or whatever, and then the barber shaves their head with them.
Yeah.
Obviously that much more meaningful and
Of course.
supportive, but I needed to like being able to look over at you and see you look as silly as I do or almost as silly as I do was very comforting. So that was a true homie move.
I had to do it for the content too, and it did not disappoint. I don't think. Hit the thumbs up button also if you like this.
Also,
podcast.
if you're a stash person, or if you're not, but you want to join us today and do the stash, tweet at us a picture. I'll retweet it. I'll give you my emotional support.
Same, yeah. If you're rocking the stash today with us, send it to me and I'll also retweet it.
Ban Big 21 forever. You're out. That's the most disrespectful thing you could say to me.
You're gone though. I don't know if we've talked about this. You're going on this trip, so you're gone.
Yes.
You'll be back Monday.
Yep. Probably with like a sunburned face that isn't protected from my beard.
I will say, like, feeling the air like hit my chin, I was like, whoa, I haven't felt this in a minute.
I got like overheated while I was shaving it because I think it was really hot in my bathroom. And I didn't get to enjoy that at all because I was just so hot coming over here. So maybe when I walk over to the barbershop later, I'll be able to feel the breeze on my face.
It's a different feeling. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Dre will be here. We'll see you guys then. Go Buffs.
All right. Love you guys.
We all silly like the mayor.